got great news, Diane! May is getting married! Wow, that's great news. But I didn't even know that she was seeing somebody in the first place. Honestly, neither did I, so I got quite the shock when she told me the news. May also says that he's really quite the catch, too. Apparently his father is the CEO of a really major business. She didn't say which one, but isn't that great? That is great. I'm very happy for her. I know! I can barely contain it. Oh, so I have a favor I need to ask of you. I know you've been helping me out each month with money, but can you increase it to around $4,000 a month? What? Of course not. There's no way I can afford to send you that kind of money. I really need it, though, so please do everything you can to get it. May is finally getting married to such a distinguished person. I have to make sure to try and live at the same level as him and his family. Wait. Hold on. I have no idea what you're trying to say right now. Why do you have to change and match something to May's husband? Aren't you fine just living as you've been so far? Why would anything need to change? There's no need to pretend that you're somebody you're not. Of course I do! This is for May's sake, of course. What if her future husband sees the modest way I'm living right now? Can you imagine what might happen? He'll probably think that such a poor mother-in-law will just be a hassle to have in the family and cancel the wedding. We can't have that. Who has ever heard of a wedding being canceled for a reason like that? That's just crazy. Besides, you're acting as though you're living some kind of impoverished existence. You're still getting $2,000 a month from me, you know. That's more than enough to live comfortably. You've got to be joking. It's impossible to live comfortably on such a low amount. I had actually been wanting to ask for more, but I've just kept quiet and put up with it as much as I could. Put up with? This is $2,000 a month for nothing we're talking about. So I just thought that this was the right time to ask you to start sending more. But I never expected that you would just refuse outright so bluntly. How ungrateful can you be? You need to show some respect to your parents. I've been working as hard as I can to send you what I do now. There are only so many hours in a day. It's absolutely out of the question for me to send you any more. If you think that's still not enough, then you need to work or do something else to make up the difference. But you're not getting it from me. At your age, you could still definitely find a part-time job somewhere, I'm sure. Don't say such stupid things. Do you know how much I worked to raise you and May? I used to work all day and night with barely any sleep at all. And I did it all by myself after your father died in that accident. Don't you understand what I went through? And now, after all of that, you're going to just tell me to go back to work. No need to get so worked up. Of course, I'm grateful for all that you've done for us over the years. That's why I'm doing my best to work hard and send you money each month to support you, so that you don't have to work anymore. But how can you also turn around and just tell me to work harder and send you more just like that? I'm your mother! And I'm your daughter! I've been working myself to the bone and sending you money ever since I finished high school. You used to always say how much you wanted to stop working and just relax a little bit. And I wanted to make that a reality for you, so decided to work hard and send you money each month so you can finally have some time off. Now $2,000 isn't enough? Now you're demanding $4,000 a month? I can't send something like that on my salary. What a useless daughter. If you had any love for your mother, you'd be able to get that money somehow. If your salary isn't high enough, you could get another job and work at night, too. You're kidding. You really are unbelievable. No drive to help your mother at all. Well, fine. If you're going to be like this, then I have no more use for you. You're not my daughter anymore. Don't contact me or May ever again. Wait a minute. What are you doing? You're going to disown me all of a sudden over this? I don't need a daughter who can't even work enough to support her mother day to day. Since you can't do it, I'll have to ask May to help me from now on. Once she gets married, I'm sure to rub shoulders with some really classy people, you know. And since May is such a nice girl, I'm sure she'll introduce me to them all as well. Mom, stop with this nonsense already. I told you not to bring May into this. I'll send you money for expenses, but leave her alone. You're the one who's now saying that you can't pay for my expenses. So I have no choice but to ask May now, right? That makes no sense at all. Well, I guess I'll go and talk to May about it right now. I mean, she is marrying a very wealthy man, so I don't see how this could be a problem. Forget about $4,000. They'll probably be able to send me at least $10,000 a month. Hey, Diane. What's going on? I just got a phone call from Mom, but I don't understand. She said that you have been sending her $2,000 a month this whole time. Is that true? I never even knew that Mom stopped working, let alone that you were sending her money to pay for expenses. I guess she really did go to you immediately, as she said she would. I just got off the phone with her a second ago. She said that you have been paying my half for me too. And that now it's my turn to work and start sending her money. Why did you even pay my half? That was unnecessary. $2,000 a month is a lot to pay. That must have you barely getting by. Well, yeah, it's been hard to live paying that much. But I didn't want to put that burden on you. Unlike me, you've always been really smart, May. So I really wanted you to get the chance to go to college. But then Mom wanted us to start working as soon as we graduated high school and wouldn't listen to me when I tried to tell her you need to go to college. That's why I told her that I would pay for all of her expenses on my own and to not tell you anything about it. So that's how it was. But then, in that case, why didn't you tell me after I graduated college and started working? It's only thanks to you that I was even able to go to college in the first place. I've been in the dark about this the entire time. I've just been spending my own salary selfishly on myself without thinking about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no need for you to play along with Mom's selfish requests. Just leave her to your older sister. I'll take care of it. No. From now on, leave her to me. You've done enough. I'll take charge of paying her money now. You don't need to do that. It's your turn to use your own money for yourself and enjoy your life a little bit. Just because you're the older sister doesn't mean that you need to take on all of these burdens on your own. And anyway, she asked me over the phone just before. She asked for $2,000 just like you had been paying. And if it's that much, I can pay that too. Don't do it. She may say that she just needs that much, but she's going to raise it before you know it. I know she's going to demand some unbelievable amount from you. Just leave her to me. I'll sort it out somehow, but make sure you don't pay. Don't worry about me, okay? There's nothing to feel bad about. I can't let you do that. You've always been putting up with bad situations in order to help and protect me. I'm an adult too now. I can't let you keep doing so much for me. It's been like this since we were kids too. Mom would come back tired from work and start finding fault in everything we did. But you always did your best to calm her down. I was still only little, but I remember how you'd move me into the next room and then take all of Mom's abuse alone. I remember that. Like I said, I am an adult now. You don't need to protect me anymore. So leave it to me from now on. After all, paying it benefits me in a way too. How does that benefit you? It doesn't matter. Just trust me and leave it to me. Money at least won't be a problem. Hey, listen to this! May is such a lovely girl, just as I thought. As soon as I asked her to send me money to help me out each month, she accepted. No questions asked. Not only that, but I asked for $2,000 a month, right? Well, she said that she could even send me $3,000 a month with no problems. I'm so lucky to have a daughter like her. That's good for you. But is it really okay to take that much from her? Why wouldn't it be okay? The more the better. I don't know what you might be worried about, but it's not necessary. Anyway, the reason I'm messaging you now is because I wanted to reiterate one more time that I'm cutting all connections with you. This again? From now on, I'm going to rely on May and her man to look after me. I have no need of you anymore. So do me a favor and don't message me ever again. You're really still going on about this? Why do you need to go so far as to cut all ties with me? Go ahead and rely on May or whatever. That's up to you to decide how you live your life. But can't you do that without cutting me out? I think this should be pretty obvious. If I don't do that, all the people in my neighborhood will look at me poorly. Why would they do that? Well, it's because of what I told them before. I told them all that you volunteered to support me every month and send me money. You know, because you wanted to say thanks for all the hard work I put into raising you. So you decided to send me $2,000 a month. And now I can live a comfortable life without having to work anymore thanks to you. I went around and boasted about that a little bit to everyone. Why would you go around saying that? It wasn't even voluntary to begin with. You more or less forced me to do it. Whatever. But now if people see the luxurious life that I'm going to start to lead thanks to May, they'll all start to think that I just turned around and threw you away after I had no more use for you. I'm sure that May will already be getting lots of envious looks from a lot of women for marrying into such a wealthy family, so I want to at least reduce any other trouble she might face. So to that end, you're never going to come back home and we're not going to have anything more to do with each other. What a joke. I'm also going to tell the neighbors that you got married to some guy and ran off with him, and that's why you never show your face anymore. You just wanted to focus on your own happiness and went off to do that. That way no one in the neighborhood will think it too strange that you're not around. Then I'll be free to live my luxurious life and rub shoulders with all kinds of high-class people. So you see why we need to cut all ties, right? Right. I guess so. I see at the very least that you don't think or care about anyone apart from yourself. Anyway, thanks for all the money you sent up till now. But I don't need you anymore. Now I have May to do all you did and more. May and I will be a beautiful mother and daughter pair at all these fancy events and functions. Just imagine. And you, I don't care what you do from now. It sounds like you didn't really hear the full story from May. What do you mean? I really doubt you'll have the free time to be going out with her and living it up at fancy events. What? Why wouldn't I have free time for that? I'm going to be supported by May and her husband, and it's not like I'm working anyway. Thanks to the two of them, I'll have plenty of time and money to spend how I wish. Yeah, but how do you expect to fit that in while looking after the twins? What? What twins? Yeah, May's fiancé has 2 kids. You didn't hear? Oh wait, hold on a second. I'm not following. What kids are you talking about? Are you saying that May has already had 2 kids with her fiancé? And not just kids, but twins! No, you have it all wrong. They're not May's kids. They're from his previous wife. Wow, I'm really surprised you didn't know about this. No way. His ex-wife's children. I can't believe that May's fiancé is already once divorced. You didn't even know that? Yeah, May's fiancé Carl has been married and divorced already. He was married about 6 years ago and then divorced around 4 years ago. I guess they ended up divorcing because of his ex-wife's extravagant spending. But then, once she heard that Carl was getting remarried to May, she reappeared out of nowhere with the twins and forced them onto him to look after. How could something like that happen? Well, to be perfectly honest, it's not even clear if they're really Carl's kids or not. It sounds pretty suspicious. But there isn't any proof either way, so he can't really just abandon the kids or anything. For the moment, they've decided to look after them until they can get a DNA test done to prove whether they really are his kids or not. And this is where you come in. You're not working at all, so I heard that Carl and May want you to look after the twins while they're at work themselves. I didn't hear anything about that. May didn't say a single word about that to me. Oops, maybe I should have let them tell you, but I figured that you knew about it. May is always so serious and organized that I wouldn't have expected her to keep quiet about this. The $3,000 that she said she would give you is in return for looking after the twins. Think of it as your pay as a babysitter. They explained that clearly to me. You have to be lying. They can't expect me to work for that money. She should just pay that as my daughter. I know you haven't had to look after kids for a long time, but you do have experience raising both May and me, so I think there's nothing to worry about. Plus, getting $3,000 for babysitting sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Anyway, since you want it so badly, I'll go along with your plan and won't contact you or go back home again. Have fun with the twins! Hey, Diane! Listen to this. I just got a really angry phone call from Mom. She was yelling about how she'd never heard a word about having to babysit for the twins or anything like that. I did properly explain everything to her, though. I bet she just stopped listening as soon as I said I'd pay her $3,000, so it's her fault. That sounds like something she'd do. So, what are you going to do now, then? Mom's not the kind of person to just quietly take the twins in without complaint. It's going to put us in a difficult position if she doesn't look after them. Carl's been super busy with work, and I've been helping him out with it as much as I can. Neither of us can look after them right now. It must be hard being the heir to just a huge business. Traveling all over the world, constantly working, just for the sake of the company. You really are something to be able to support him with his work. Well, the 4 languages I learned in college are really coming in handy. I'm able to help with a lot of the interpretation at meetings and translations of company documents. But with all that work, I guess you won't be able to come home again for a while yet? That's right. That's why we decided to at least get engaged. We had been thinking of having a wedding ceremony as soon as we could fly back. With that goal in mind, the two of us have been working really hard to get all of our work done as soon as we possibly could. And then when we were finally able to come back for a bit due to a work emergency here, his ex-wife had to show up and force the twins onto us. You two are always so busy with work. And there's no way that you can take them with you on all of your business trips either. Exactly! Plus, Carl's parents are both in the same line of work as Carl, of course, so they're traveling all over the place just like we are. If Mom won't look after the twins for us, there will be no other choice for us but to hire a professional nanny. Of course, in that case, Mom won't be getting a penny out of us. I guess Mom will be in a bad spot then. If she wants money, she has 2 choices. Either she looks after the twins for the $3,000 a month, or she works on her own somewhere else. I wonder which one she'll choose. Whichever one she goes with, I don't see her continuing either for very long. Diane! You have to help me! I'm completely at the end of my rope! I can't take this anymore! Next time you're off from work, come stop by here! Please! What? I decided to look after those twins. May said that she wouldn't give me any money if I didn't. Because of that, I had no choice but to take them in. But these twins are absolute nightmares. They're only 4 years old, so they don't listen to anything and just walk around and do as they please. But they can speak a little and they won't be quiet. I've lost 10 years of my life just in a few weeks looking after them. I've heard that it can be pretty tough to look after twins, but it sounds worse than I'd imagined it to be. But you're getting paid a fair amount for doing it, so it should be fine, right? It's not fine at all! Even if I'm getting paid for this, I have to look after them all day long and don't even have the time to go out and spend the money I get for this. I bought some expensive clothing online to help me release some of the stress that's been building up. But of course, the twins got their grubby hands on it and ruined it completely. I really can't deal with them any longer. You have to come and help me. No way. Remember, we have nothing to do with each other anymore. I'm not your daughter according to you. You told me yourself to never come back home to yours again, too. Don't want the story that you told the neighbors to fall apart, do we? What? You're going to abandon me? So good luck on your own. If it really gets so bad, you can just hire a professional nanny. You are getting paid a ton for this after all. But that would defeat the whole purpose! Please help me here. I take back what I said before. Come back home and help me with these terrors. There's absolutely no way. After what you said to me, I steeled myself to prepare for being an outcast in my own family. But you know what? It ended up being much better for me that way. If you won't help me with them, at least restart the payments again. I'll stop looking after the twins and call May back to take them from me. Then after that, will you help me with expenses again? I don't even need $2,000 a month. $1,000 a month is more than enough. Remember, all ties have been cut between us. Why should I have to send money to someone I have nothing to do with? Do something about all your expenses yourself. We may as well be strangers now, so don't rely on me or expect anything from me anymore. Wait a second, Diane. I know I may have said a lot of bad things to you, but I'm sorry for all of it. I really am. So please, don't just abandon me now. You're the one who abandoned me first, though. So anyway, good luck with everything. I don't care what happens. Never message me again. I heard later from May that soon after, Mom called her and told her that she wouldn't be looking after the twins anymore. They hired a professional nanny immediately. But right at that time, the DNA test results came back. As they had thought, the kids weren't Carl's at all. They decided to track down his ex-wife and make her pay them back for all the money they're having to spend on the nanny. Of course, that will have to wait until they're back from their business trip. As for our mom, after that, she essentially lost the support of both of her daughters and had no one willing to help her with her expenses, so she ended up having to get a job. I heard she started working at the local supermarket part-time, but because she hadn't worked for such a long time, all of her co-workers were constantly getting angry at her for messing something up. On top of that, since she had bragged so much to all of her neighbors about how I had been sending her money every month, they started talking about what kind of horrible things she must have done to lose my support and have to go back to work after all of these years. Having decided that it must have been something truly awful, they all decided to keep their distance from her. Thank you for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. See you next time!